welcome to your PrimetimeSports.com. We are live from Summit Arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas for the 5A Girls State Championship game between the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs and your Paragould Lady Rams. I'm Dave Grimm. Alongside me, as always, providing the color analysis is the owner of your PrimetimeSports.com, Clifton Garmrath.
Good evening.
And we are about 8.5 minutes away from tip-off. The teams are out there warming up right now. The culmination of a season of hard work for both these squads. And we hope, as the Homer radio station, that the Paragould Lady Rams are going to be bringing home the championship trophy tonight.
Well, that's what we're hoping for, but they are up against a really good Greenwood Lady Bulldog basketball team. We've seen this team play all last week at the Eagles Nest, and they are also a young club, just like the Lady Rams. I believe they only have three seniors on their squad, and probably one of their best basketball players is just a ninth grader, Megan. Let's see who was that. Was the Megan Hartness, number 13. She's just a freshman, and she is an outstanding basketball player.
She's 14 years old.
Just turned 14 years old, and I'm going to tell you something. She plays like a senior. Not very big, but she loves to penetrate. She can use either hand. She plays with a lot of confidence, can shoot outside, can penetrate inside. So, and then they have a sophomore that's number 14, London Williams, who is a really good basketball player. They say that those two top girls, their 9th and 10th grade girls, are two of their top players. Also starting for them tonight will be Allie Barnes and Haley Donald. And then, now the Hartness girl's not starting, but let me back up here. Allie Barnes, Haley Donald, and London Williams, and also was Presley Atkins, and was it Richards?
Yes.
Yeah, Samantha Richards. So, they're a very young squad, and they've got a deep bench, David. Very, very deep bench. What we witnessed last week was they can all shoot. Doesn't matter who Coach Reeves brings off the bench. They are deadly from the outside.
And you will likely hear us also say the name Allie Wilson tonight. Don't be confused. You're not listening to a Greene County Tech game. That's the Allie Wilson or Alexandra Wilson for the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs, whose brother just happens to be the starting quarterback for the Arkansas Razorbacks, Tyler Wilson.
Yeah, and Allie has, we interviewed her last week at Greene County Tech, and she wears a nose guard, a face guard. She had her nose broke back on Valentine's Day, February 14th, in a conference contest, and she has trouble with a bounce pass, but other than that, she's a pretty good basketball player. Now, on the flip side of that, on the Paragould Lady Rams, we have Morgan Trepo will be starting along with Sydney Layrock, Savannah Walker, Rachel Dykus, and Carson Gill. Pretty much the normal same five that have started for them all year long. They have a couple of girls that have come off the bench with Haley Rogers and Sarah Dykus see some playing time coming off the bench. So they're about 7 deep, where Greenwood will go 10, 11 deep on their girls. Tonight's going to be a night that I just had a brain lapse. Savannah Walker will definitely have to bring her A game.
Her and Layrock both. This is their night to step up.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they've looked at enough film on the Lady Rams that they know that what their inside game's like. So I don't know what Greenwood has prepared for, but Savannah is definitely going to have to be on her toes, be ready to go in the paint. She's a very good left-handed shooter. She has that little left-handed hook and just a beautiful shot inside the paint. So if they can get Walker the basketball, I think she can do a lot of damage in the paint.
And then
as far as the outside shooting, Carson Gill Morgan Trepo and Sydney Layrock and Dykes are all going to have to be on tonight to beat this good Greenwood team.
Then, of course, the first ones off the bench for the Lady Rams are usually Sarah Dykes, twin sister of Rachel Dykes.
And Haley Rogers.
And then oftentimes also Mayanna Garrett, who is the only other senior on the team besides Morgan Trepo. Just two seniors on this squad. They are going to be loaded in the 12-13 season.
Well, that's the great thing about this game. Both of these teams are very, very young. We're talking about, look at all the girls out here on the floor warming up. 30 girls plus. There's only 5 seniors, Dave, out of the 2 teams. So there's a lot to say about these 2 programs, the coaching staffs, just 2 talented basketball clubs, and we could very well see these same 2 teams again next year.
The same exact 2 teams. You're absolutely right.
So, but Greenwood has a very successful program. They are moving up to the 6A next year. So their high school is really growing. So we don't know what will happen between now and then, but there's no doubt that this is going to be a really good game. And the Lady Rams have not been to the finals since 1994.
And they weren't even the Paragould Rams at that time. They were the Ridgecrest Lady Rams.
They played back-to-back in 93 and 94. Both times they played Greene County Tech, and they won in 94. Mandy Cox was the most valuable, or Mandy. Well, I've just had a.
I wasn't here then. I can't help you on this one.
I know. Well, it was Mandy Cox when she was playing. I just had a brain lapse. But anyway, she's the assistant to Coach Cook, and she was the most valuable player in that game. And so I'm sure that she has spent all week long with these young ladies and preparing them and letting them know how to take this all in and enjoy it and just go out there and leave it on the floor.
I talked to Coach Cook before the game. What a lot of people don't realize, Clifton, that both he and I tonight, we're home. This is our hometown.
That is right. I forgot all about that. This is your hometown.
He and I went to elementary school together. We from kindergarten through 5th grade. We were in the same class. We've known each other since we were 5 years old. He had lunch with his mother today, and I had lunch with my father today. We got to come home.
That's good. And I had lunch in the hospitality room.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. There's nothing
No, it was. Hey, listen, it was really good. And one of my favorite meals is chicken fried steak with white gravy.
That's exactly what.
And that's what they had today. And man, it was so good.
That's catered by Turf Catering. They also handle all the food at Oaklawn Racetrack.
Oh, well, good.
They are handling the catering here tonight. This game is about to get underway. We are under a minute away from them announcing the starting lineups. We are going to take a very brief commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to bring you the tip-off. Greenwood Lady Bulldogs, Paragould Lady Rams here on YourPrimetimeSports.com. Welcome back to YourPrimetimeSports.com Summit Arena. We are about to get things underway. They're announcing the starting lineups right now for both squads. They're almost through those. And in the interest of full disclosure, we got a bunch of listeners listening tonight that have never listened to
We're probably setting all kinds of records for YPTS tonight because we're obviously announcing the largest game in the history of our games that we've called. And we just looked on our laptop, and this thing is about to blow up.
It is about to be on right now. They just got done announcing the last of the starting lineups. Boy, I'll tell you what, we are just eat up with listeners. We appreciate all of you.
Here come the referees, so we're about to get underway here, and Coach Cook giving his last final instructions. Dave and I are sitting right across from the Lady Rams bench, so we get to see up-close action here, right across from them.
Out there to tip it off for the Lady Rams is going to be Sydney Layrock.
Nothing but a sea of red and blue, Dave, all the way around us here.
I love it. And then out there to tip for the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs is Allison Barnes. Allie Barnes. The tip is up. It is controlled by the Lady Rams. That's Dykus with the basketball. Rachel Dykus over on the right side of the floor with it being guarded very closely, and it is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Greenwood. Right directly in front of the Buzz 103.7 booth over there from Little Rock. So now Layrock will inbound the basketball. And she gets it in to Carson Gill. We're back underway. Gill has it over on the left wing. She works it down low. And that is Layrock who puts it up off the glass and in for the first bucket of the ball game. 2-0 Lady Rams. Here come the Lady Bulldogs. They quickly get it to the other end of the floor. That's Richards with it. Now down low Barnes. Barnes, baseline jumper will not go. Layrock with the rebound for the Lady Rams. She gives it to Gill, and Gill brings it across the timeline. Gill has it over in front of the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs bench. Gives it up top to Dykus. That's Rachel Dykus. Has it over in the right wing now. Drives in, puts it up off the glass, draws the foul. She's going to the line.
And that's what the Lady Rams are going to have to do, is try to penetrate as much as possible in that paint and try to draw as many fouls as they can because, like I said, Greenwood has a very deep bench.
Rachel Dykus, one of two twin Dykus sisters on this squad, at the free throw line, off the back of the rim, no good for her first free throw. It is still 2-0 Lady Rams. We're very early in the ball game, 7:17 on the clock here in the first quarter. Here's the second one. It does not roll in. Off the front, no good, and it's rebounded by the Lady Bulldogs. Williams with the basketball over on the left side. Now she tosses down in the corner to Atkins. Atkins brings it back around the top. Now she gives it over on the right side to Donald. Now down on the low block. That shot is partially blocked by Layrock and plucked out of the sky by Trepo. We're going the other way. Ahead to Dykus.
Sydney Layrock, just a sophomore, doing it on both ends of the floor.
Up top with it, Trepo. High post. Now kick back out in the corner to Layrock. She dribbles to the high post, throws it across. Gill with the jumper, won't go. Rebound Greenwood. Still 2-0 Lady Rams.
London Williams out front with the basketball for Greenwood.
All right, over on the right side.
We have a referee right here in front of us.
Yeah, he's directly in front of me. I can't. Okay. Up top with it, number 3, that's Barnes. Now down in the corner, it goes to Williams. Williams wants to drive in with it. She's in traffic. She dumps it down low. The shot is up and in, and we're tied at 2. That's Donald who put the ball up and in. Now the press is on. We see the Greenwood press for the first time. Trepo has it almost across the timeline, gives to Layrock, and she finishes the job. Layrock has it across, now over in front of the Greenwood bench. Gives to Gill. Gill takes her dribble now to the top of the key. Now down low it goes to Walker. Walker puts it up and she traveled with the basketball.
Oh, I thought she was going to get the foul called, and you can hear the Paragould fans booing, but he called a travel call on her.
I think somebody told me 3 buses full of Paragould students made the drive
Wow.
down here, and that's what you're seeing in that sea of red and blue over there. Greenwood with the basketball. We're tied at 2. Up top with the basketball is Williams. She kicks it in the corner to Atkins. Atkins drives the baseline and draws the foul on the floor.
Now, if you remember, Dave, Atkins was their real good outside shooter when they were at Greene County Tech last week. 2 times in a row, 2 out of 3 trips down the floor, they have brought the ball in the paint and kicked it back out here in the corner.
One of these times she's going to take that shot.
Well, she stepped in last time, and that's their first 2 points of the game. Stepped in close.
We're back underway after the inbound pass. Greenwood Lady Bulldog basketball. Atkins has it up top. Atkins drives in the paint. Atkins puts it off the glass. Can't get it to go. Layrock with the rebound. She clears it out to Gill. Gill brings it across for the Lady Rams. We're closing in on the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Left side of the floor, that's Layrock. Layrock has her pocket pick. Going the other way with it on the steal is Donald. She takes it all the way down, puts it off the glass and in, and now Greenwood has their first lead of the ball game, 4-2. Dykus sprints across the timeline, has her pocket pick. Going back the other way again, Greenwood basketball. Williams kicks it in the corner. Atkins now back to Williams. Now Williams with it on the left wing. She drives in, she puts it up, she's fouled by Dykus. And she's going to get to shoot 2 free throws. 4:34 left in the first quarter.
Well, we're going to have to protect the basketball, getting it down the floor just a little better. We can't get our pockets picked 2 times in a row.
At the free throw line, number 14, Williams, whose first name has escaped me.
That's London.
London Williams. Her first free throw is good, and it is now 5-2. Greenwood.
First Paragould sub coming in, Haley Rogers.
She will take the place of Carson Gill. The second free throw now is on the way and good. It is now 6-2 Greenwood. Here's the inbound pass from Layrock against the Greenwood press. Now Layrock has it, and she gets it across the timeline. It's a man press. Wasn't very effective against the Lady Rams. Over on the right side of the floor with it is Layrock. They stayed with her.
Gotta get her with 5 seconds. Yeah. Coach Reeves for Greenwood was over there jumping up and down, begging for that call, and he did get it.
4:21 left first quarter. Back to the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs. They lead it 6-2. They've got the ball. Up top with it is Williams. And now a new girl in the ball game, Richards. Well, she was already in the ball game. It's just the first time I've noticed her. That's a three-pointer.
That's from Williams.
Williams nails the three and makes it 9-2 for Greenwood. Paragould's got to get their game on right here, right now to stop the bleeding. Layrock with the basketball up top. Almost has it stolen away. Gives it over right side to Dykus. Now up top to Walker. Now all the way in the corner. Layrock for three. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound Greenwood.
Well, Lady Rams just need to settle down a little bit. Get the ball down the floor. Get a good shot. And then just play some defense down here on this end.
Lady Bulldogs on a 9-0 run right now. Paragould scored the first bucket of the game. Lady Bulldog basketball in the paint. Shot is up and in for Atkins. It's now 11-2 Lady Bulldogs.
I would have thought that Coach Cook would have called a timeout there on 11-0 run, but I was watching him, but he did not. So
well, on the man-to-man down the floor, they do a length of the floor man-to-man, and there was a foul called against Greenwood. Donald commits the foul on Layrock. And now we have a media timeout. That gives an opportunity for us.
Maybe that's why he didn't call it.
About our fine sponsors here at yourprimetimesports.com. So don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. 3:11 left in the first quarter. After that media timeout, it's 11-2 Greenwood. And the Lady Bulldogs, no, the Lady Rams will have the basketball coming out of the break. It will be Sydney Layrock doing the honors, inbounding the basketball as soon as we get back underway.
Well, I'm sure Coach Cook just told them, look, girls, just calm down. Let's go down and get a good shot. Let's put it in the hole this time and start cutting into this lead.
Gill back in the ball game. She has it up top for the Lady Rams. Now Trepo right wing. Trepo drives in and kicks it across. Now down in the corner it goes to Gill. Now back up top to Trepo. Clock running down here, under 3 minutes to play in the first. Right side of the floor, that's Layrock. Layrock wants to drive in. She does. She takes it to the rack, off the glass and in, and draws the foul. Count the bucket.
Good move by Sydney Layrock, and just took it all the way to the hole and drew that foul.
11-4 now, Greenwood, with the and one shot pending for Sydney Layrock. 2:44 remaining in the first quarter. Here's the shot. She got it. 11-5. That stops the bleeding. That's the first points they've scored since the first bucket of the ball game. Now Greenwood with the basketball. And all the way out at half court with it is number 13, Hartness.
That's the 9th grader, Megan Hartness.
And now she
they're going to get her an offensive foul. Yeah, she used that left arm.
That was blatant. Everybody in the gym saw it, including the guys wearing the stripes. It'll be Paragould basketball. The press is on again. They get it into Gill. It's a man press. And Gill's man stays with her all the way down the length of the floor. And she gets it across the timeline, creates a buffer, and then kicks it over to Trepo. Now they work it inside to Layrock. She puts it up again. This time she missed it, and it's rebounded by the Lady Bulldogs. Number 13, Hartness, pulls it down, the 9th grader. Goes the length of the floor, dumps it inside. The shot is off the glass and in, and they draw a foul. Evans went up, got the bucket, and drew the foul. They call the foul on Morgan Trepo. That is team foul number 3 against the Lady Rams tonight here in the first half.
Did you see Evans' first name, Ensley? E-N-D, not Lindsay, but Ensley.
She got the free throw. 14-5, back to a 9-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Ram basketball. Down in the corner with it. Trepo kicks it up top. Layrock. Layrock looking for somebody open. Finds Rogers. Rogers drives in. Has it stripped. They're going to call the foul.
And he's going to call that, looks like on Williams.
And was she shooting? Yep. No. They're saying she was on the floor. That is team foul number 5 against the Lady Bulldogs.
And returning into the game for the Lady Rams will be Savannah Walker and Sarah Dykus.
First appearance in the game for Sarah Dykus tonight. They inbound it to Rachel Dykus. Both Dykuses on the floor right now. She has it on the right wing. Now up top it goes to Gill. We're down to 90 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They try to work it down low. It's kicked by a Greenwood player. It'll still be Paragould basketball.
Wow.
Inbound pass will be from Rogers. She's looking for somebody open, finds Gill all the way up top. Gill busts the 3. It won't go. And it's rebounded by Greenwood. They get it across the timeline right here in front of us to Barnes. Barnes has it in the corner. Now they kick it back up top to Hartness. Hartness is going to reset the offense, the 9th grader. Running the show right now for the Lady Bulldogs. Gives it over in the corner. Now back up top it goes to Evans. Now three-pointer on the way. Won't go. Rebound tracked down by Greenwood. Under a minute left in the first. 50 seconds. Still Greenwood basketball. Williams gives to Barnes at the free throw line. Barnes looking for somebody open inside. There ain't anybody. She gives it over right side to number 25. That's Evans. Now Evans drives in and puts it up and in.
Inside, outside, they can just play either end of the game.
First double-digit lead of the night for the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs, 16-5. We're down under 25 seconds. It's actually 20 seconds now left to play in the first quarter. Gill with the basketball. Gill kicks it in the corner. Sarah Dykus. Dykus drives the baseline. She puts it up and in. And no, they call her for traveling. 10 seconds left in the first. Sub
and
checking in.
Here comes the Wilson girl, Allie Wilson.
And you can tell when she's in the game, she's got this apparatus that she wears.
Boy,
man, this thing
it covers her whole face. The only thing you can see is her bottom of her chin and her eyes.
It's like Darth Vader. So now we're back underway. 5 seconds left. Greenwood with the ball. Wilson down low, puts up a shot, and draws the foul immediately.
And she's not afraid to penetrate with that apparatus on her face either.
That thing is, and she takes it off to shoot free throws. It's 1.5 seconds left to play in the first. Wilson is at the line. She's going to get the shoot too. She missed the first free throw.
So we have Sarah Dykus and Rachel Dykus both in there for the Lady Rams, don't we, Dave?
Yes. She made both the second free throw. It is now 17-5, a 12-point lead. They're just going to have time to inbound the ball. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Greenwood leads this thing by a dozen, 17-5. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back with the second quarter here on your PrimetimeSports.com. Okay, 3 quarters left to play. And the first one is done, and it is 17-5, Greenwood Lady Bulldogs.
You know what's great about the state tournament?
They give you
I do not have to keep stats.
That's right.
They bring them to you.
And not only that, but I've got them on a screen over here on my
Yeah, we
left.
have a screen to our left. We have a stat sheet come to us and handed to us. Wow, this is so cool.
Greenwood has the ball to start the second quarter. We are now underway. Williams with the basketball. Has it over on the right wing. She's looking for somebody open inside. Now they find somebody open inside. Now they're going to be tied up. Evans tied up with, it looked like Walker. And
no, she was tied up with Sarah Dykes.
Sarah
31.
Dykes.
Yeah.
And it is going to be the result of that, Paragould basketball after the alternating possession.
Gill still putting that pressure on them.
Gill brings it across the timeline for the Lady Rams. Gives it over to Rachel Dykes. She has it up top. Now she wants to drive in with it. She does. She puts it up on the run and got it to go in.
Beautiful move by Dykes.
17-7, the lead cut to 10. Greenwood ball. They've got the lead by 10 and the basketball. Williams gives it up top to Donald. Now they work it inside. Evans is all alone. She puts it off the glass and in. 19-7, Lady Bulldogs. Now we got a hold right there. They were holding her. No, is that a timeout? They were holding Gill, and Coach Cook called the timeout. Mike could have got a foul for that. He may not have seen it. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here.
Well, let's just start right here, and we can go over a little bit of this. And here in the first quarter, Dave, Greenwood had 9 players, 5 starters and 4 off the bench. And then Lady Rams came out with their normal 7 players. So that's what I was talking about in the pregame, is just the depth that the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs have. And leading the scoring was London Williams and Inslee Evans with 5 apiece for the Lady Bulldogs. So then Sydney Layrock, first quarter, we ended with 5 points. Sydney Layrock had all 5.
All 5.
You know, just a sophomore having a great game to this point, but her team's down and she's got to get them up.
Well, we're about to get back underway after the 30-second timeout. It's Paragould basketball. They're going to be operating against the Greenwood man press. Layrock's going to inbound the basketball. She gets it into Gill. Gill has Atkins guarding her all the way down the floor. Gill gets it across the timeline. Gives it over to Layrock on the left side. Layrock brings it back around on the top. Now she wants to kick it in the corner. There's nobody in the corner. She's picked up her dribble. She needs help. She traveled with the basketball.
Well, Greenwood Lady Bulldogs are just all over these Lady Rams on this defense. They tried that backdoor cut. They could not find anyone open. Savannah Walker comes to the top. Could not find her open. And we just picked up a travel.
So now it is Greenwood basketball. In the corner it goes to Donald, now back up top. That is Williams with the basketball up top. Now they try and get it in the corner. They do. That's Evans. She drives in. She puts it up. She can't get it to go that time. And it's rebounded by Dykes. That's Rachel Dykes with it on the run. Lady Rams down by a dozen. Trying to get back in this thing. Walker down low, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Greenwood. Greenwood basketball up top. The three-pointer is on the way in and out. No good. Now that one's going to be tracked down in the corner by Layrock. Lady Ram basketball again. Ahead it goes to Rachel Dykes. Rachel is the only Dykes in the ball game right now. Down low, she puts it up. She can't get it to go, and it's rebounded by Greenwood again. And going the other way, coast to coast. Williams can't get it to go, but the putback is in for Donald. 21-7. Greenwood leads it by 2 touchdowns. Paragould basketball. And whistle and a pushing foul on the way down the floor. Called on Greenwood. Called on number 22. That's Atkins. That is team foul. Is it 6 or 7? That's number 7, I believe. No, it's number 6. So we'll see an inbound pass here.
That should be 1 foul each on their starters and then 1 girl off the bench. So
they get it into Trepo. We're back underway now, up top to Gill. 21-7. Greenwood leads it big. Gill picks up her dribble, now gives to Dykus. Dykus dumps
Good
it down
pass.
low. Walker puts it off the glass. And
That's exactly what they have to do right there. Penetrate in the paint, get Walker open down low, and that's what they did.
21-9 the score now. Greenwood with the basketball. Williams kicks it in the corner. Donald drives the baseline and clears it back out. Long two-pointer on the way. It will not go for Hartness. It's rebounded by the littlest player on the floor, Carson Gill.
With the biggest heart.
That's right. Lady Rams basketball. She brings it across the timeline. And now she dribbles all the way down in the corner with it. She picks up a dribble, kicks it back up top to Trepo. Trepo thought about the three. Instead, she drives in. Now she kicks it out. Dykus for three. Off the back of the rim, no good.
Had a good look at it.
Now it's Greenwood basketball. In the corner he goes. Hartness puts it off the glass and in on the baseline drive. 23-11 now.
I'm telling you, she does not play like a ninth grader, David.
Layrock trying to drive in. She does. She puts it up and in.
And there was another fine move by our squad, the Lady Rams, by Layrock.
The foul on the other end of the floor. The score now 23-13, a 10-point Greenwood lead, and then a foul committed on the other end of the floor.
That's going to be Morgan Trepo's second foul. And she's going to go out of the game. So
I believe this is another media timeout, and we are going to take it too. We'll be back in 1 minute on yourprimetimesports.com. 3:51 remaining in the half. It's a 10-point deficit for the Lady Rams, 23-13. Now, we saw a game very similar to this when the Lady Rams played against Bologna in round 2 of the state playoffs. They came back in that game. After halftime, they had a nice little chat with Coach Cook in the locker room at halftime. They came back out ready to play in the second half, and they came back to win that game.
yeah, they played the first half and the first half of the second half, the third quarter. Not their usual style of play, but they did have a really good fourth quarter. So
far this game has looked very similar to me to that game.
And they're only 10 points down right now with 3:51 left in the second period. But you cannot let this good Greenwood Lady Bulldog team get too far ahead, because it will be almost impossible in the fourth quarter to try to catch up on that.
They're too deep. They're just too deep. They've got 6 players on the bench right now that can shoot the lights out. It doesn't matter if you get any of them in foul trouble.
Well, let's look down their bench. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 8 girls right now with their warm-up tops off.
Yeah.
The rest of them have their tops on.
The first free throw is good for number 5, Haley Donald. It is Haley, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And so that makes the score 24 to. Wait a minute. It says 11. Did they have the scoreboard wrong? It says 24 to 11. I thought it was 13. She made both free throws. It says 25 to 11 now. Apparently the scoreboard was incorrect moments ago. It's 25 to 11 is what it's showing right now. Up top with the basketball. Three-pointer on the way. It will not go for Dykus.
See, I feel like
by Greenwood.
I feel like we shot the ball too quick there.
I feel like we just got mugged 2 points. I want to know why it's not 13 still up there, but there's no way to know. It's Greenwood basketball. Up top with it is Hartness. 3:20 left in the half and counting. Now up top is Williams, and they're not in any kind of hurry. Now Hartness, left wing. Hartness brings around the top. She's being guarded closely by Dykus. Now pass over here towards us to Williams. Skip pass, three-pointer on the way. That's good.
And that's the little ninth grader.
Hartness nails it, 28 to 11.
She'll drive on you, and she'll wait outside for the open look.
Layrock has picked up her dribble, and they got a 5-second call on her. She was in trouble over there. Nobody to pass it to, nobody to help her out.
Sydney's getting a little frustrated. She just needs to calm down a little bit. She was upset on a walk call earlier down low. 5-second call she had, and then that one there. And you can see it in her face. She just needs to calm down. Greenwood
basketball, they're up big, 28 to 11. They've got it to Hartness up top. Hartness dribbling out near half court. Now she pulls the trigger, drives in herself, and they're going to call a traveling. She went up and down with it. You can't do that.
Well, Lady Rams did a real good job there in the paint, blocking her off. They both stood tall. They were shoulder to shoulder. She had nowhere to go. She went up in the air and came back down, ball still in hand. So that's a travel in my book.
And apparently in the referee's book, too. So now it is Lady Ram basketball. Layrock has it across the timeline, gives to Walker. Walker drives in. Walker, nowhere to go, kicks it back out. Up top to Layrock. Now Layrock drives in, puts a free throw line jumper up that will not go. And it's rebounded by Greenwood. Ahead it goes to Richards. Richards puts it off the glass and in and draws the foul.
Well, now the Lady Bulldogs are just kind of having their way here in this second period. And I'm not sure how Coach Cook's going to stop this bleeding, Dave.
Here's the free throw. It is good. 31-11. That may be the largest lead that any team has had on the Lady Rams all year long. It's a 20-point lead.
Well, Carson Gill's coming back in the game. We definitely have to have her out on the floor. She is the captain that leads this team. So
they give Layrock a break. And we're about to get back underway. We do. Both Dykus is on the floor. Walker, Trepo, and Gill. Rachel Dykus has the ball up top now. She drives in. She puts it up off the glass and in.
And that's 2 times she's done that. And that's a very good move on her part. If she sees that lane open, she's got to take advantage of it.
31-13. Now in the paint, the shot goes up and in for Greenwood. That's Williams who makes it 33-13. Back to a 20-point deficit. 90 seconds left here in the first half. Now Trepo. She has it, gets it in the corner to Sarah Dykus. They work it inside. And from the paint, Walker puts it up and in. 33-15. Long pass ahead for Greenwood. They attack the other end of the floor quickly. She's trapped down low, and they're going to call her 3 seconds in the lane.
Well, the last offensive play down there where they went inside and kicked it inside to Savannah Walker, we need to see a lot more of.
Now we're under a minute to play in the half. Paragould with the basketball, down by 18. Gill with the basketball, kicks it in the corner to Trepo. Trepo is fouled. That is team foul number 7. We're going to see free throws here. A 1-and-1 for Trepo with 49 seconds left in the half.
That's going to be the second one on Haley Donnell. She is the good outside shooter for Greenwood.
Trepo makes her way to the free throw line. Now, real briefly, Clifton, do you want to take a break at halftime, or do you want to talk some stats at halftime?
Well, we can take a couple commercial breaks, and we can talk some stats.
Okay. She missed the front end of the 1-and-1. It's rebounded by Greenwood. They're walking it down the floor with 45 seconds left in the half. No kind of hurry whatsoever. Williams just now crossed the half court line. And she's standing at half court with it, just dribbling. Holding for the final shot of the half. Down to 25 seconds left to play in the half. Williams is probably going to pull the trigger around 12 seconds. Down to 15, 14, 13, 12. She's going to pull the trigger at 10. Now they're going to run their offense. She dribbles left side, drives in herself, puts it up, and misses the shot. She gets a rebound, offensive board for Barnes, and she goes up and she gets fouled with 3 seconds left to play in the first half.
Well, we had 2 Lady Rams here down in the low post area that could have probably picked up that rebound off the floor and did not.
It landed between them.
It landed between them, and the Greenwood girl picks it up and gets a shot off and picks up the foul.
Front end of the rim, no good on the first free throw. And wholesale substitutions. Let's see, 2 white jerseys and a blue jersey re-enter the game here. Still 1 free throw pending for Barnes. And she missed that one, too. Now the ball is loose and out of bounds right over here next to me with 1 second left to play. It's knocked out of bounds by Paragould. Greenwood basketball.
Sarah Dykes' hand. So Greenwood's going to take it out right here in front of us with 1.1.
This is Jordan Mahan who's inbounding the ball. She does. And they do not get a shot off before halftime. The halftime score is 33-15. Greenwood leads this thing by 18 points. What we're going to do is take a break for a couple of minutes. When we come back, we'll go over some of the stats from the first half here on your PrimeTimeSports.com. All right, halftime. We've got about 5 minutes left before we take before the Lady Bulldogs and Lady Rams retake the floor. It's 33-15. Greenwood leads it big. What do we got?
Well, they haven't brought me the...
That's okay. We got this over here.
Got it right here, yeah.
The leading scorer so far for the Lady Rams. I'm trying to read this thing. Well, I don't see it.
It's going to be Layrock with 7 points.
Is that what that is? Yeah, total points, 7 points.
And then Walker has 4. Sarah Dykes has 4.
And that's it.
And that's going to round out the scoring for the Lady Rams. On the Greenwood side, you have Donald with 8, and looks like Hartness is at 5.
Yes, that's
yeah.
Right.
Williams with 7, Atkins with 2. Here they come, and Evans with 7. After I stretch my eyeballs out there to see that screen, then he brings me a sheet. So
it's going to say the same thing you just read on the screen.
Yeah, Donald with 8, London Williams with 7, Atkins with 2, Samantha Richards with 3. Allie Wilson with 1. That was her 1 of 2 at the free throw line. And Megan Hartness with 5 and Inslee Evans with 7. So, which rounds out their scoring with 33 total points.
That thing also has rebounds on it, and the leading rebounder for Paragould is Layrock with 3 rebounds. Leading rebounder for Greenwood, well, a couple of them. Barnes has 4 rebounds, and Donald has 3 rebounds. They even keep the rebound stats around here, man.
Well, let's look at the first half shooting percentages. The field goal percentage in the first half for the Lady Rams was 43.8%, 7 for 16. From the three-point arc, they were 0 for 3. From the free throw, they were 25%, 1 for 4. On the Greenwood side, they were 12 for 21, field goal percentage 57.1%, and they shot 50% from the three-point line, 2 for 4, and they were 7 for 10 at the free throw line, 70%. 2 dead ball rebounds for Greenwood, and Paragould had 1. So that rounds out the stats.
Well, they've been awfully sluggish, and 2.5 minutes left here before the second half. I'm just wondering what Coach Cook is in there saying to them.
I would just think that, he's trying to probably regain their confidence and probably trying to calm them down a little bit. And surely they will come out this second half with a calmer game. I think they may have been just a little nerve going on in that first quarter, and then they just got behind and they're like shell shocked. I'm not going to sell them short. I mean, they're a good ball club or they wouldn't be here right now.
That's very true.
The Lady Rams. And they just have to go in and go over some things and maybe look for that better inside shot in the paint with Savannah Walker or Morgan Trepo. Look for them a little better. Maybe not be so hastily to take that outside shot so quick. They had about 3 or 4 trips down the floor where they made 1 or 2 passes and then fired the ball up from three-point line or just inside the three-point line. And they didn't give their offense enough time to set up and try to get set and look for that inside position. But when they did do that, they scored off of it. Savannah Walker scored off of it. Sarah Dykes penetrated on it twice. So when they found that open lane or found that open pass down low in the low post area, they were able to put points on the board.
Well, and again, I touched on this earlier. at the Bologna game, they were down not by this much, but in double digits at halftime. They went in, they made the adjustments, and they came back out and they beat Bologna in that second round game in the state championships down at Greenwood, Greene County Tech. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility for them to have made the adjustments at halftime that are necessary to come back in this game.
Well, they just need, and they have, it looks like they've come out a little bit, and, I think they look a little looser over there. But, I know them girls were probably tight, nervous. You got to remember, this is the first time in almost 20 years that the Paragould girls have been to the finals in the state tournament. I seen some of the parents before the game time. The parents were even nervous. So, but they need to just come out here the second half, and the bottom line is this: let's have fun. Let's just have fun.
We're about to do that right now. We're not even going to have time to go to a break before halftime. Before the second half resumes, they're already out there on the floor. Both teams now out there on the floor. We're going to go ahead and get this thing underway, folks, for the second half. 33-15 the score. Greenwood leads it over Paragould, and Greenwood will get the ball to start the second half.
I do know this. I will say this before we kick this ball inbounds. We may be 18 points down, but there are 14 teams that are not here tonight.
Yeah. These are the two that deserve to be here for sure. All right, we're going to get underway here. The original starting five back out on the floor for the Lady Rams. And it looks like the original starting five for Greenwood as well. Over on the right side of the floor, that's Donald. Now up top with it is Richards. Now Donald. Now left side of the floor, Williams. Now Williams drives in and puts it up and can't get it to go. It is rebounded by Savannah Walker.
Good job of blocking out that time. Good job of keeping her from penetrating all the way to the basket.
Now we're on the other end of the floor. Paragould basketball. Now it's loose. Jump ball and the arrow pointing at Paragould. Two different color jerseys landed on the thing, and that results in the alternating possession arrow coming into play. Paragould basketball. Layrock looking to inbound it. She does. She gets it into Gill. Gill brings it around to the top of the key. Gill gives it over left side. Dykus travel with the basketball. Greenwood with the basketball. Now up top it goes to Williams. Williams on the right wing. Three-pointer, good. 36-15. That's the largest lead of the night. 21 points for the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs. Lady Rams with it now. Gill has it up top, gives to Walker. Walker wants to throw it inside. There's nobody open. Gives it back up top to Gill. Now Gill working around the horn is fouled.
They're going to get the Atkins girl for throwing that hip out there.
It'll be on the floor. Team foul number 1 in this half against Greenwood. Layrock inbounds the basketball to Trepo. We're back underway. Trepo has it up top now. Now Layrock over on the right wing. Layrock drives into the free throw line, then kicks it back up top to Gill. Now Dykus with it on the left side. Up top it goes to Walker. She gives to Gill, and they're going to reset. Very deliberate offense that Paragould is running right now. They're working it around, trying to find the right spot to penetrate. And now Gill does just that. She takes it to the rack, can't get it to drop.
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about in the first half. I'd like to have seen a little more of.
Now Greenwood goes to the other end of the floor. Down low the ball goes, and it's stolen away by Layrock. Gill walks it down, brings it across the timeline, now drives over to the right side of the floor, kicks it back up top to Dykus. Down low, the pass goes, and Trepo turns around, puts it up, can't get that one to go, rebounded by Greenwood. Ahead it goes to Williams. She has it on the right wing. Williams is going to drive in, put it up, and in and out, no good. That was a gimme, and she couldn't take it. Now it's Paragould basketball. Layrock has it near half court. Timeout's going to be called by Coach Cook. And it is a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. While we've got everybody's attention, I want to take this opportunity. First of all, thank everybody that's listening. There is a metric ton of people out there listening right now. Our baseball broadcast season starts on Tuesday. And our first baseball broadcast of the season will be a doubleheader at Batesville.
If it's not rained out.
If it's not rained out. The Paragould Rams will take on the Batesville Pioneers in a conference doubleheader this Tuesday. We'll be there live. First game at 4.
Yeah, let's see, we had one Tuesday that was postponed.
That's right.
And did we not have one tomorrow?
No, we've only got Tuesday games on the schedule with the exception of your trip to the spring break tournament at Myrtle Beach with Greene County Tech.
Yeah, I'll be covering 6 games out at Myrtle Beach.
And I'll be back home. You'll be in the sunshine. It'll probably be raining here. Back underway. 5:10 left to play in the third quarter. It's Paragould ball. They're still down 21. Dicus has the basketball up top. Now Walker at the free throw line kicks it back up top to Dicus. Now a long jumper is short for Dicus, and it's rebounded by Greenwood. They work it down in the paint, up, and it will not go in for Barnes. It's rebounded by Paragould, going the other way.
Well, the good thing about it so far is Greenwood's not hitting their shots this quarter.
The bad part about it is neither are we.
That's right.
36-15 the score, 4.5 left here in the third. Layrock has the basketball up top. She drives in, she puts it up, she draws the foul. She's going to shoot 2. So Layrock makes her way to the free throw line. She gets to shoot a couple.
I was watching Coach Cook when he called that timeout, and he was really instructing his girls drive to the hole. He was talking about those lanes that have been open, and I was watching his hand, and what he was telling Savannah Walker and Sydney Layrock and some of the post players is to drive in that hole. So I know that's what he's trying to drill to them.
She got the first free throw. The second one is on the way, and it is good. Now back to a 19-point deficit, 36-17. Look, it's not out of reach. There's still a quarter and a half to play. I hope the people listening back home are not going to say, they're not going to win this and turn the radio off. They can come back in this thing.
That's not happening because we're maxed out.
They're maxed out right now. Yeah, that's right. Greenwood basketball. Up top with the ball is Hartness, the 9th grader. She throws it down low. The shot won't go underneath, but it's rebounded by Greenwood. They clear it back up. Three-pointer for Hartness goes in. Every time Paragould starts to make a little leeway, Hartness steps up and nails a three-pointer to kill whatever run we might have started. And now they call a foul on Hartness on the way back down the floor. She was guarding Gill, and she reached in on Gill, and they called a foul on her.
I'm going to tell you something. I've just never seen a 9th grader play like this before.
Here's a media timeout, and we are going to take it to. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back on yourprimetimesports.com. 3:54 left here in the third. It's a 22-point Greenwood lead. It's Paragould basketball coming out of the media timeout.
Well, our Paragould fans over there just kind of sitting there, not had much to cheer about at this point. But our student section, they're fired up.
They're on their feet. Walker has the ball up top, gives it to Trepo on the left wing. Trepo looking for somebody open inside. There's just not anybody. She kicks it back up top to Dicus. Now right side of the floor, Gill. Now they lob it inside to Walker. She puts it up and she draws the foul. Walker is going to shoot 2.
Well, you see the adjustment that they've made there with the slow look at trying to find that good look at the hole, at the basket. They did not do that in the first half. Now they're doing that now, and they've been able to pick up a field goal from Walker and send her to the line this time. So,
well, she missed the first free throw. And that is Rogers checking back into the ball game for Paragould, and Gill is going to take a break. Walker waiting to shoot her second free throw. She got it. 39-18. 3:27 left to play in the third. And walking it down the floor is Williams for the Lady Bulldogs. Now up top it goes to Evans. Right side of the floor, that's Hartness. Hartness drives in. Hartness puts it up, off the glass and in. 41-18 Greenwood. Now Layrock with the basketball for the Lady Rams. She's directing traffic up top. Now she drives down to the right side. Looking for help. She picks up her dribble. She finds Walker. Walker kicks it in the corner to Rogers. Rogers brings it all the way back up to the top. She's looking for a pick. She picks up her dribble. She needs help. Timeout is going to be called by Coach Cook.
Yeah, and I'm looking over there at him, and I can tell he's just like, I'm not sure what to do here.
It's a full timeout. We're going to take it to. Back in 1 minute on yourprimetimesports.com. Well, we're back after that timeout called by Coach Cook. It's 2:42 remaining in the third, and it's 41-18 Greenwood. It's Paragould basketball. We're back underway.
Carson Gill's back in the game.
And she's got the ball right now. Kicks it in the corner to Sarah Dykus, who drives in the paint, then kicks it back out to Layrock. Layrock drives in, and they call a foul. And let's see, was she shooting? Yes, she was. She's going to go to the line.
I believe that foul was on Donald for Greenwood. That's her third foul.
Got the free throw. First one is good. 41-19. Missed the second one, and it's going to be tracked down by Evans. Greenwood basketball. Up top with it, killing time, is Hartness. Down in the corner goes. Evans drives in and puts it up off the glass and in.
Well, this is what I was hoping we would not do in the second half, is trade buckets.
43-19 the score now. Walker with it at the free throw line. Looking for somebody inside. Instead, she spins into the paint, now kicks it out. Gill for three. First three-pointer of the ball game for the Lady Rams. 43-22. Inside it goes. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Paragould.
I'd like to see a couple more of them three-pointers.
We need more than a couple.
Well,
they're going to inbound it underneath their own basket. Now it is missed off the bottom of the backboard, rebounded by Walker. It's Paragould basketball. Down to 90 seconds left here in the third. Now it's stolen away. Going the other way with it fast is Williams. Williams takes it to the rack, puts it up, misses the shot. Rebounded by Rachel Dykus, going back the other way fast. Dykus directing traffic, has it out near half court. 1 minute to play in the third. Gives to Layrock. Layrock drives in. Layrock puts it up off the glass and in. 43-24, the lead back to 19 now for the first time in a while. Greenwood basketball. 45 seconds left to play in the third, and they're sitting on the ball again.
yeah, Williams just going to stay up top until someone comes out there on her.
She's going to pull the trigger at about 10 seconds like she did to end the half. Down to 22 seconds and counting here in the third. Now she's going to pull the trigger. She's running her offense at 12. Drives over the left side. Kicks it up top. 6, 5, 24. Three-pointer is on the way now. Good. My goodness. They did exactly what they wanted to do. Get the last shot, and it was a three-pointer. 46-24. We're going to take a 1-minute break and come back with the fourth quarter here on yourprimetimesports.com. Fourth quarter about to get underway. A 22-point Greenwood lead over the Paragould Lady Rams, 46-24. And all season long, they've never been this far behind to any opponent.
No, they've never been this far behind at all. But they've never. I don't think they played a team this good. You know, this, like I said in the pregame, this is a really good squad.
So Greenwood gets the ball to start the final period. And they kick it over in the left side to Atkins. Now up top to Richards. Now left side, Hartness. Now Hartness drives in the paint, puts up a jumper that will not go. And Evans pulls down the rebound, keeps it alive for the Lady Bulldogs. Now a three-pointer is on the way. That one's not going to go either. This one is pulled down by Layrock. 7.5 left to play. Lady Rams need to get on their horse right now. Down by 22. It's stolen by Richards. Richards, if she could dunk it, she would. She puts it off the glass and in. And coming up from behind fast was Layrock to put a body on her. So she'll get the and one as well. (48-24). The Lady Bulldogs have doubled up the Lady Rams.
Well, Coach Reeves' father came by and visited with us before the game started. And he was just all beside himself thinking that
I bet he's not right this minute.
His Lady Bulldogs didn't have a chance. But
she made the free throw. It's 49-24. Lady Rams basketball. Dykus to Dykus. Back to Dykus. That's Sarah Dykus in the paint. She goes up and she gets fouled.
That's a good move by Sarah Dykus. Driving to the basket and drawing the foul.
6:59 left in the ball game.
And that is the third foul on Richards for Greenwood.
Here's the free throw. First one good. 49-25.
Well, I think we're somewhat like the fans, Dave. We're just a little shell-shocked over here.
Well, this is not what I expected.
Well, neither I. I did not expect this either. I really thought this to be within a 5-point, 6-point ball game. At least through three quarters.
Sure.
You know.
She got both free throws. Bright spot here in the fourth quarter. 49-26 the score. They keep hanging around, 20, 21, 22. Right now it's a 23-point deficit with 7 minutes to play.
Well, from what I witnessed at Greene County Tech last week, they can go on spurts when they want
Here's
to.
one. Get the steal, and Layrock takes it to the rack. 49-28. Maybe that's the start of a spurt right there. Greenwood basketball. They work it inside to Richards, and Richards is fouled. That one will have to be, I think, on the floor. It's on Layrock, but I think that's on the floor. It's team foul number 2.
I would think so. Yeah, it's on the floor. I would think so, too, because she was receiving the pass.
All right, so Greenwood inbounds the basketball. Richards has it in the paint. She takes it to the rack. She puts it up. She can't get it to go. It's out of bounds. Last touch by a blue jersey.
Looked like that went off Carson Gill's fingertips.
Still Greenwood basketball. Looking to inbound it. They haven't found anybody yet. Finally, they do. They work it down low. The shot's going to be up, and the foul will be drawn.
It's going to be on Morgan Trepo.
Atkins who draws the foul, and she'll shoot a couple.
If there's anything that I hate about any of this is Morgan Trepo. Such a sweet young lady. Been on our show a few times. One of 2 seniors and the only starting senior. I would have loved to seen her get a ring.
Well, it's not over yet, but it's starting to look kind of bleak. She missed the free throws. It's still 49-28. And it is Paragould basketball now. Kick.
Started to say that needed to be a foul, but
did they call a foul? Okay.
I think so on Richards. Yeah.
I thought they called kick ball, but that's
no,
good.
that's Richards' fourth foul.
Hey, that's team foul number 7, folks. We're going to shoot free throws the rest of the night with 6:10 left to play. Free throws could actually help us climb back into this thing.
It actually could if we could get the clock stopped often enough and make our free throws.
6:10 left to play.
We're going to have to shoot a whole lot better than 25% though.
Front end of a 1-and-1 here for Walker. She got the front end of the 1-and-1. Makes it a 20-point game, 49-29. Here's the second one, and it is good. Down to 19 now. Lady Rams could still climb back into this thing with now 6 minutes to play. It's 49-30.
Well, let's put some defense on this end. And
well, Greenwood's not in any kind of hurry whatsoever. No. They got a big cushion. Hardness with it over on the left side. Now Evans, now back up top. It goes to Williams. Working that clock, milking it down. Now they lob it inside. It's going to be picked off by a blue jersey. Walker got a hand on it. She batted it over to Rogers, and Paragould came out of there with it. Walker has it at the free throw line right now. She's going to drive in. There's nobody open down low. She kicks it back up to Rogers. Now over on the right wing, that's Gill. Lob pass inside to Layrock. She puts it up and in and draws the foul. 49-32. Now a 17-point deficit and a free throw pending for Layrock.
Make the free throw, and we're in an yeah, something like that.
No, it's too much to count right now. Don't do that to me.
I do that though, y'all.
It looks like a timeout is
8 possessions.
8 possessions at 2. At 2-pointers.
That's what I said.
Well, but okay. Anyway.
That's what threw you for a loop.
Yes, we're going to take a break. 1 minute break, and we'll be back on yourPrimetimeSports.com. 5:13 remaining in the ball game. Paragould has cut the lead to 17, and a free throw pending for Layrock could make it 16.
Tell you what, the Paragould crowd just really cheered for their girls when they come out of the huddle.
She couldn't get the free throw to drop. 49-32 the score. Greenwood gets the rebound, and they've got the basketball. Close it in on the 5-minute mark left to go. They get the ball ahead to Hartness. Hartness drives the baseline, puts it up off the glass and in, and draws the foul. Doggone it. 51-32 the score now, with exactly 5 minutes to play in the ball game.
Well, I want to remind you of something about this Hartness girl. She did not start. She came off the bench about halfway through the first quarter. Correct?
That's correct.
She is leading both squads with 15 points. No, take that back. Well, she's now tied with Sydney Layrock with 16 points after making that free throw.
So 52-32, back to a 20-point lead. And Gill brings it across the timeline. Now over on the right side with it is Rogers. Now in the paint.
There's
Walker
that
puts
pretty
it up and in.
move. There's that pretty move we've been looking for from Savannah Walker.
So it's back to an 18-point game, 52-34. 4.5 left to play. They work it down low. Evans all alone. Puts it up. Misses the shot. Trepo pulls down the rebound. And you can hear the Paragould fans coming alive, trying to spark these girls on with 4 minutes left to play, 4:10 to be precise. Gill has the basketball. Up top now to Trepo. Now it's 4 minutes to play. In the corner, Rogers for 3. Got it! 52-37.
They're not going to lie down. They're going to keep playing as hard as they can. They're going to leave it all on the floor.
Up top, the ball goes to Williams. They're going to try and kill some more clock. 3:40 left and counting. It's a 15-point ball game. And they're working the ball around the perimeter all the way out here at half court now with it. They're killing clock. The clock is the worst enemy right now. The Paragould Lady Rams down 15. 3:20 and counting. Somebody's going to have to go up there
we just get
the ball.
Yeah, we'll have to go for the steal. Walker tried to get a foul.
And they didn't call
She
it.
actually pushed number 3 intentionally, and they didn't call it.
Now they work it inside. Now in the corner. Now back all the way up top again. Now 3 minutes left to play. They're killing clock. And now reaching foul is going to be called against Trepo.
And Morgan just fouled out. That's going to be her.
Is that 5 on her?
That's
Really?
going to be her 5th foul. Yeah.
Well, Dykus is going to go back in. That's Sarah Dykus. Looks like there's going to be a media timeout here. And we are going to take the break, too. We'll be back in 1 minute on yourprimetimesports.com. 2:55 left in the ball game. Paragould has cut the lead to 15, 52-37. They committed the foul. It was on the floor. It was team foul 5, and now Greenwood has to inbound the basketball. And again, they're going to kill clock. They've still got a couple of fouls to give before they're going to get into a free throw shooting situation. Here's a three-pointer from the corner for Greenwood. That was a foolish thing for them to do. It was rebounded by Paragould going the other way now. Why did they do that?
I don't know, but I'm glad they did.
Well, it's going to be a jump ball here. Lots of different color jerseys landing on the basketball. Luckily, the arrow pointing at Paragould. 2.5 minutes left in the ball game. They get the ball in to Sarah Dykus. Now back to Layrock. Clock winding down, 2:20 and counting left to play. Layrock working it around the horn. Now she drives in. They're going to say she was fouled on the floor on the way in. It's team foul number 8, so we're going to see some free throws. Free throws could be key right here.
And that's the 4th foul on Haley Donald.
She missed the front end of the 1-and-1. It's out of bounds. Last touch by a blue jersey. Greenwood basketball.
Free throws have not been kind to us today.
Still a 15-point deficit. Now the clock says there are 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. Greenwood killing clock. Working it around the half-court stripe. And a whistle. And a timeout. Really? Timeout called by Greenwood.
Yeah, Coach Reeves, his girl was in trouble out here, so that's why he called the timeout. What'd you say?
30-second. We're going to keep it right here. I do want to remind folks, look, there's tons of folks listening right now, Clifton. Our server is full. We've never done that before. It is done now.
It's about 300 people.
Yeah, I know. So those 300 people, I want to tell them something. We will be back on the air Tuesday, weather permitting, with baseball. The Paragould Rams facing off at the Batesville Pioneers. It's a doubleheader conference game. Starts at 4, and we'll be live Tuesday.
Well, let's be sure and remind them, if some of these folks may be their first time, they can go to our Facebook page and hit the like button, become a fan. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. If they have a Twitter account, they'll get our tweets. So
30-second timeout is completed. We're back underway. Greenwood basketball. 1:46 and counting left in this game, and Greenwood still killing clock with a 15-point lead. And nobody is trying to foul Williams. She is dancing around out there. She's being guarded by Rachel Dykus. Dykus is trying to foul her, but nobody's blowing a whistle. Now they work it in the corner. They called an offensive. What did they do?
Looked like an offensive foul
in the corner.
on Williams. Yeah, on Williams.
Well, how can you shoot free throws on
and
an
I thought
offensive foul?
I thought they were calling it on Dykus, and I seen Coach Reeves get a little upset over there.
Well, this is odd because it's an offensive foul. They've walked down here to this end of the floor in front of us like there's going to be a bonus or free throws. How do you shoot free throws on an offensive foul? I don't believe you can. So they're talking about it.
Telling
now they're going back down to the other end to inbound the basketball.
Okay, now let me ask a question here. Two of these refs I've seen quite often. They've been around for a while. The third one, I don't know. Why would that even been a question? They should have knew that.
They should have known that. Well,
why should that have been a question?
They are refereeing on the grandest of scales in high school basketball. These are things they ought to know.
Well,
they're inbound the ball to Gill. We're down to 1:25 in the ball game. Paragould's got to get on their horse, down by 15. Gill brings it across the timeline, being guarded very closely, and she drives in the paint. She puts it off the glass, can't get it to go. Layrock puts it back up. She gets a foul. She'll shoot two. 1:13 left to play.
I like to see Sydney make both of these. And
she missed the first
add to her point total, but she just missed the first one. So
while she's at the free throw line, I'll remind you guys you can find our Facebook page by clicking on our Facebook link at yourprimetimesports.com. She missed the second free throw. It's rebounded by Greenwood, and they're going to kill this last 65 seconds. It's a 5-possession game the hard way with 1 minute to play. Actually, 55 seconds left to play now. They're killing this clock. And the Greenwood fans now realizing it's the beginning of the end, and they're on their feet cheering on the Lady Bulldogs.
I just realized something, Dave. Coach Reeves has the same outfit on that he had the other night at Tech. So I guess coaches have superstition.
Paragould not trying to foul with 30 seconds left and down 15. They're not trying to foul. And they are the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs are going to take this one home.
Well, I'm going to say this first. These Lady Rams have nothing whatsoever to be ashamed of. They went up against a good Lady Bulldog team, but they have a good squad themselves or they wouldn't be here.
You're going to hear the horn in 2 seconds. That's the end of the ball game. 52-37. The Lady Bulldogs of Greenwood, Arkansas are the 5A girls state champions. 5A girls runner-ups, your Paragould Lady Rams. We are going to take a break, let you listen to some of our fine sponsors at yourprimetimesports.com.
Let's give us a few sponsor commercial.
And then when we come back, we'll go
maybe
over some
we'll have
stats.
our stat sheet by then.
So don't run off just yet, folks. We'll be back on yourprimetimesports.com.
Your favorite teams play on yourprimetimesports.com.
Welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com. Final score, Greenwood Lady Bulldogs 52, Paragould Lady Rams 37. Clifton, statistics.
Let's talk about our Lady Rams. Sydney Layrock led the Lady Rams with 16 total points. And Savannah Walker followed that up with 9. Sarah Dykus with 4. And, Rachel Dykus with 4. Sarah Dykus with 2. Haley Rogers with 3. And Carson Gill with 3. The rebounds. Sydney Layrock again led the Lady Rams with 8 rebounds. So she had a pretty solid game. I know she was upset a couple of times out there with some mistakes that she made, but you know what? She's just a sophomore. She's going to be fun to watch for 2 more years. And this group of young ladies are all going to be back. So.
Oh, yeah, everybody but Trepo will all be back next year.
That's right.
Here's some stats I want to key in on. First of all, we were out-rebounded 25-16.
Yes.
A bunch of those were offensive putbacks for the Lady Bulldogs. Here's the other stat that's interesting to me. Field goal percentage, Paragould actually shot better from the field. They shot 50% from the field, while Greenwood only shot 48.5% from the field. The only problem was Paragould didn't get off as many shots.
Right.
They wouldn't let them get an open look. So that's the tail of the tape right there. That's why the scoreboard looks like it does.
Well, I thought they played a better half-court game the second half than they did the first half. They went in 18 points down. But, you know, it's just hard to make that up against such a good basketball team like Greenwood.
We're all but done here. Clifton, is there anything you want to add before we sign off for the night?
Well, I just think our second year with yourprimetimesports.com, we've just had a very successful basketball season covering Paragould and covering Greene County Tech, Marmaduke, CRA. And we love our Greene County teams. We have just thoroughly enjoyed all of the games that we've been to this year, all the fans that have included us in their lives, whether it be through the internet or whether
exactly
it be or whether it be through whatever device they carry, or whether it be at a ball game. So we just hope you continue to stay with us. We're fixing to tap into a little baseball and softball.
That's your area right there.
And
your play-by-play man for baseball, folks, is right sitting next to me, Clifton Garmrath. He's the guy. He's the baseball guru. I just pipe up every once in a while and say one or two things, but he takes.
Hey, you'll get your shot this year. So, but anyway, we want to say congratulations to our Paragould Lady Rams. They have nothing to hang their head about. They've had a very successful season. Conference champions, 14-0, and second overall in the state. I don't think that's that bad, Dave.
No, not at all. Not at all. All right, folks, the next time you hear us on yourprimetimesports.com, we will be coming to you live from Batesville, Arkansas. Baseball season is already underway, and our baseball season starts Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at Batesville. The Paragould Rams will face the Batesville Pioneers in a double header. That's when we'll be back on the air, Tuesday at 4.
I'm done, buddy.
You're done. That's Clifton Garmrath, and I'm Dave Grimm, and we'll see you Tuesday with some baseball action on yourprimetimesports.com.